Hey guys, it is 3 days out from the contest. I'm only doing an update video midweek because so much has changed since I made a video last, which I think was on Saturday or Friday. I can't remember. And I'll probably have another one in a few days for you guys, but I'm trying to let you guys see what goes on as it's happening. So, Saturday, I think I checked in. I told you before my cheat meal, or my refeed, that it was going to be strictly sweet potatoes. So, and oats. So, I had some different recipes. I did some sweet potato chips, sweet potato fries, just to spice it up. But really the results from that were excellent. It was a lot different than any other cheat meal or refeed that you guys have seen me do, but also the results were different. I didn't hold as much water the next day. I actually only gained, I believe, 2 pounds. Normally in a cheat meal, I can gain somewhere between like 6 and 8 pounds. So I didn't gain a whole lot, but the tricky part was I had a photo shoot at 8:30 in the morning and then at 3, but I also had to get in 2 gallons of water. So the carb load was nice for my pictures, but getting the water in was really hard around the photo shoots without looking bloated. So I'm gonna touch on that a little bit. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, today's Wednesday, I have 2 gallons of water to drink a day. Probably going to be the same tomorrow, but my coach is taking it day by day to make those calls. The reason you do that, the easy version of why you do that is basically you're tricking your body to expel water by increasing the load of water. You'll hear that. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't want anyone to take what I say and try to apply that when that might not be a good idea for them. So basically you increase your water. You're expelling water, and then eventually you cut that out or cut down. Sometimes you don't need to cut it out, but you decrease the water intake as your body keeps expelling it, and then that gets rid of any extra subcutaneous water, hopefully, along with cutting sodium. So I'm not going to touch on details on that either, but at some point you cut out your sodium, and that helps you expel water even more and prevents you from retaining it between the muscle and the skin. So that's the goal. Now with the carbs, this is something different. I've never done this before. Normally I have like Wednesday or Thursday, I'll do like a carb load day. So very, very low fat, moderate protein, but high carbs. And the choices of carbs matter a lot. You know, some people do like white rice, some people do rice cakes, some people do pancakes, sweet potatoes, different things, brown rice, whatever. So you have to experiment with what works well with your body. The difference this year, though, is that by hiring my coach, he's given me different instructions to, instead of doing a specific carb load day, we're slowly increasing the portions of my normal diet carbs. So the food choices are the same, but the amounts, he increases them based on how I look that day and my weight. So I send him pictures of my weight in the morning. He might get to look at me at the gym in my suit, and then he makes the call from there of what I eat next. So the reason for that is that you want to increase your muscle glycogen. So as you eat carbs, it gets stored as glycogen in your muscle. So just think of it as a sponge. You want to fill that up as much as possible with carbs without what you might hear say is called spilling over. Some people take in too many carbs and then they actually retain water, and it's bad news from there because you kind of can't. I don't want to say you can't fix it, but it's very difficult to fix if you've spilled over too soon to the show. It's hard to get rid of that water. So it's the science behind getting the right amount of fullness without going overboard with the carbs that are going to counteract what you're doing with your water balance anyway. So we're taking this really slow. Each day I look better and better. My body's getting tighter. I'm actually losing weight as the week goes on, considering I've taken in 2 gallons of water every day and increased my carbs. I think I was 107.8 on Monday, 107.4 yesterday, I was 107.2 today. So it's slowly decreasing, even though I'm putting more in my body, and the look is a lot different. So my muscles are filling out, and I should feel pretty heavy from all this water, but I really don't. I feel great. So there are going to be a couple more critical changes in the next couple of days, which I will fill you guys in on that soon. But it's funny, too, because these workouts, a lot of people, I guess, they think that we work out up until the day of the show. That's not the case. Personally, my experience is that you probably want to do leg workouts like earlier in the week or beforehand to make sure that you don't have any inflammation or fluid retention in your legs, because on the day of show, you want to make sure they look hard and tight. So avoiding a lot of high-intensity leg movements that could cause inflammation works best for me early in the week to avoid that. I did my last upper body workout last night. Still had a pretty good workout. It was moderately heavy. I really concentrated on squeezing in between each rep and doing my posing in between my sets. So that was the end of my lifting. There's no more lifting for the rest of the week. I had a decrease in cardio yesterday, so I went from 50 minutes. He cut it back down to 35 minutes for me, and today he's instructed 30 minutes only in the morning. A lot of that's just to still take advantage of a little bit of fat burning, but also to shed water. So this is going to be a less intense cardio session just based on the time, but this is it. This is the last exercise. So from now on until the show, it's only posing, which is still a workout to me. I mean, I pose hard, so I'm worn out by the end of it. But some people do have to do cardio up until the day of the show if they can get away with it without affecting the way their muscles look or coming in too flat. Some people still lift close to the show, and that doesn't affect how they look muscularly. So what I'm saying is, which is what's worked best for me, but personally, the way that I feel is that if I need those extra couple of days, then I'm not ready. I should be ready now. I was actually mentally ready like 2 weeks ago, and physically, it's only gotten better over the last couple of weeks. So I've been fortunate this time that I feel so good about this prep that I know that I'm ready. I don't feel like I need those extra days, and I'm not freaking out over these little tricks to burn fat at the last minute, because I'm pretty much where I need to be at for this show, and I have been for at least a week now. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I'm kind of not saying too much on purpose, because I don't want to tell anyone the wrong thing. I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea. And what I'm saying is, like I said, so tailored to the individual athlete that you can't really take what I'm saying from this video and apply it to you and expect it to work. So it's a huge combination of all these things: your diet, your exercise, your water, your mineral intake, all of that ties into the last day. So you may train your butt off for 4 months or a year or whatever and mess it up the last couple of days, and I've seen it happen and it sucks, but that's part of winning, is not messing up. So it's just been such a good ride this time around that, I mean, all I have left is the easy stuff, and I can actually chill out. Like, I don't really have anything to do for the next couple of days. I get to train my clients one more time tonight, and after that I might read, might watch some movies. Who knows what I'll do. I'll just probably spend some time with my family and the good people around me and get my energy up. So I'll check in again on Friday and give you guys more of an update of what's changed from Thursday, Friday, and then that might be it. I'm working on some documentary things that'll capture all of this process that I'll kind of save for later. So you'll probably get a lot of pictures from me, but obviously no progress pictures. I'm not gonna put any more pictures of my body up. I'm done with that. So so you'll just have to come to the show if you want to see it. If you want to see the final product. But anyway, yeah, I'll talk to you guys again on Friday. So thanks for watching this.